Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have really good video in store for everyone. I'm going to kind of go over just kind of the essentials that I have for camping. I'm going to give some prices because I really want to try and make this about how to show people that you can be out in the outdoors and you can go camping and you can do all of this stuff and not have to break the bank, okay? Don't mind my co-stars here. They're basically just here for the looks, but they are paid actors, so don't feel bad for them or anything like that. If you see them just laying here doing nothing, that's literally what they're paid to do. Okay, they don't have to do anything else. I don't even know if you can see Daxter right now. Probably see his foot. See the foot on Daisy. Oh, he's a good boy. Well, without further ado, let's get started. The first thing on the list that I think is an absolute essential, especially if you're going to be doing any sort of like cold weather camping, is an underquilt. So me and Aaron, who you saw in one of the last videos, we do a lot of hammock camping on our motorcycles. The underquilt, it keeps it nice and toasty. It literally just clips onto the bottom of your hammock. I don't have any footage or videos of it being used. I literally just bought it last year at the end of camping season, and the only time that I've actually used this was at hunting camp when I used it underneath of my cot that I sleep in my tent, because it got down to like 0 degrees, 5 degrees that night, and I didn't want to freeze completely. So I definitely agree that this is probably one of the best. I'll put the link in the description for all of these items. I think this was about 60 bucks. I know that's a little bit more on the pricier side for things, but if you're just doing summer camping, obviously I probably wouldn't worry about that. Moving on to the next thing, kind of keeping on the same trend of the cold weather camping stuff for essentials. Because I think not freezing to death is probably an essential thing to do, is a top quilt. Both of these were from Wise Owl Outfitters. From what I understand, they're a pretty local company. Nothing in this video is sponsored, by the way. This is just me yammering on about all the gear that I've gotten over the years and what's worked for me. So this is basically just free advertising for them. I'm pretty sure that they're a local company out of Oregon. I thought that's what I read, but I've been using Wise Owl products for, I would say probably at least 6 or 7 years now, that ever since I actually started getting into like some pretty serious camping and outdoor stuff. I've loved all of their products. I have a couple more of their products in the review today, and they're just wonderful. This top quilt goes for about 50 bucks. Again, it's a little bit more on the expensive side for camping gear, that is. But it's literally just a blanket. It's a down blanket. It's called the Toasty Traveler. And again, I'll link everything in the description below to what we're looking at. Everything can and has been bought on Amazon. Ugh, if I can talk. So I would definitely give Wise Owl Outfitters a look if you're looking at any sort of cold camping. They have a lot of hammocks and other cool stuff like that. So this next piece is actually, it comes in 2 separate pieces, but it was bought as one kit. Hi Dex. What are you doing? What are you doing? This next piece actually is a 2-piece, so a lot of the stuff that I like to do is I like to get stuff that is compact, lightweight, because we also do a lot of backpacking, and as you know, ounces matter when it comes to backpacking. Just every little piece that you shove into your back, it just more weight that you have to try and pack in, pack out. Adds to fatigue, it adds to just a whole bunch of other stuff. So I try to keep it as compact as possible. I'm starting to go away from that a little bit because we're getting more serious into like the moto camping. So it's basically just what can I fit on the back of my motorcycle that works the best. This one is one that I'm really excited about using. I just got this at the end of this last camping season. It's not Wise Owl, which I know I'm going away from my roots with the Wise Owl, but it's a really nice hammock. It had really good reviews. It's from East Hills Outdoors. Again, I'll link everything down in the description. It is a full hammock set. It's a double bug net hammock. It comes with the double hammock, which is plenty big enough for one person. And I recommend one if you're one person camping, getting a double hammock. It comes with the bug net, and it also comes with a rain fly, a tarp. It comes with all of the guidelines that you need to secure the tarp and the bug net. It comes with all of the fasteners that you need to attach the hammock to the trees or posts or whatever you're attaching it to. It has really good reviews. It doesn't compact down all that much, and again, it's two-part. That's pretty big. That takes up a lot of pack space, but especially if you're doing like midsummer camping when there's a lot of bugs and there's a lot of things that's going to make your camping experience horrible, believe me, I've been there. Don't do it. If you can get a bug net for your hammock or get a tent that doesn't have holes in it, or patch holes in your tent if you have them, that will make your camping experience 1,000 times better. So East Hills Outdoors, the kit, I believe it was probably 65 bucks for everything, 60 bucks on Amazon. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll see how easy it is to set it up, how easy it is, and maybe we'll do a review at like the end of the year for this kit. So, yeah. So this next one, the Teton Leaf Sport 0 Degree Bag. It is a really good sleeping bag. It's super warm. It packs down pretty small for a sleeping bag, especially a 0 degree. I can't lie. It's a great sleeping bag. It doesn't compact down all that well. It's pretty bulky, but it's still smaller than a lot of the other sleeping bags on the market. That's one of the reasons why I like it as well. I use this everywhere. If it's 80 degrees, I'll still bring it, especially because sometimes when we go in the mountains where we go, like in the last video, it was 110 during the day and it dropped down to about 40, 50 degrees at night. Not saying that's super cold, but hypothermia can still set in pretty quickly if you're in those cold conditions for long. So having this, especially because you can unzip it and use it as a blanket, or with like the top quilt, you can use that as a blanket, just something to help keep your body temperature regulated. Freezing is not an option. So this goes for about, I think 90 bucks. I know there's cheaper ones, but I firmly believe that especially with Teton, you are getting what you pay for. You're getting a solid product. All right, so now let's get into a little bit more of the essential stuff that is not cold weather. Now this is going to go into more of like your universal, you can use this rain, sleet, snow, freezing, warm, whatever. These are the bare bones essentials that I think that you need if you're going to go camping. First and foremost, a tarp. I have been caught multiple times out camping in a rainstorm or anything like that, and then having to throw my hiking pack or something over my face just to shield me from the rain. So I definitely recommend getting some sort of tarp. Now I know the East Hills Explorer kit comes with a tarp, but going back on Wise Owl, I have to be true to them because I have loved their products. I've had this tarp for about 4 years. Still got some pine tar on it. I've had it for about 4 years. This thing works amazing. It's super easy to set up. I'll get some video and I'll get some, we'll probably do some more reviews and stuff on actually getting camp set up, on how I do it, what I do, what I look for when we go to campsites and when we look for some place to set up camp. This tarp is wonderful. It spans the entire length of the hammock and about maybe 4 or 5 feet on either side. It gives you plenty of room to put all your gear underneath you and around. When you wake up in the morning, it gives you enough room that you can stand up if you set it up correctly, get dressed. You get a little bit of privacy out of that. These things are so versatile. We've used these as tablecloths for nasty tables when we go to certain campsites. I think these go for about 40 bucks on Amazon. I do believe I saw that these were actually on sale for about 30 bucks, so about 10 bucks off. 10 bucks can go a long way. On to the next one. So leading back into the just guise of everything that is absolutely essential. I know that some people go a couple different ways when they go camping. I personally like hammock camping more. This hammock that I'm about to show you is from Wise Owl. It is probably one of the best hammocks I have seen on the market to date. It's so small. I mean, it can fit in my hand. It's a little bit bigger than my hand. It's super lightweight. Double hammock from Wise Owl. I have had this thing for, I want to say about 8 years now. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know exactly how long I've had this thing. I bought this when I first started going out in the outdoors and camping with one of my old coworkers. It has stood the test of time. I have worn my boots in this thing. I have been in rainstorms, windstorms, anything that you can think of. This hammock has been there with me. I had a really bad camping trip with Aaron. We hiked up to a good spot that I like to go to. It was raining on us all day on the entire hike up there. And then it dropped probably about 20 degrees lower than we thought it was going to. I had Dax with us, and he was such a good dog. I love taking him camping. He's a great camp dog. It got way colder and he was wet. It was hard to keep him warm. I sacrificed my shirt and my sweatshirt to wrap him up in it, to try and get some of that moisture off of him and give him a little bit of warmth that he could have. And him and I slept in the hammock, and even, you know, his sharp little healer claws were digging into it, but he stood strong. The hammock stood strong. There's no tears, no rips, no nothing. They're made of ripstop material, which obviously can add to how durable they are, but I love this hammock. I will always vouch for Wise Owl stuff because of that. I've seen it, I've tested the durability. They're just a good product. So I believe right now on Amazon, this exact Wise Owl hammock is going for about 40 bucks. I believe when I bought it, it was like 25. I think it was when Wise Owl was first like starting to be a company. I'm not sure, because I was looking at a bunch of camping gear before then, and then all of a sudden I saw Wise Owl come out with a whole bunch of stuff, and all their products were super cheap. Go check them out. I believe that is the last piece of Wise Owl that I have. Good piece of equipment, 40 bucks, worth it. Yeah, oh good boy. Come here, Cheryl. Come here. Lay down, stay in the show. So this next piece of equipment is obviously probably something that everybody can agree on that is essential, because it plays into the most important thing, well, one of the most important things that we need, food. So you need some sort of good cookware. So I'll actually break this one down and I'll show you, because there's just so much to this kit that just talking about it and showing the camera and showing you guys is not going to be something that's going to be conducive to a good learning experience here. This is, I don't know if it's an actual like big name brand, but this has served me well for so long. It's Odoland. I don't know. It's got a weird logo. Odoland. I think it was about 35 bucks or so. I think that I saw that they were on sale for about 30. So again, 5 bucks off. This is actually like a 5 or 6 piece camping cook set. So the top lid here and all of these handles fold into got nice good rubber grips on it, so you don't burn your hand if you're using it on a camp stove. A nice short pot you put some water in, or coffee or whatever. It also does come with a stainless steel cup, which I thought this was super cool. Not a lot of things do this, where they actually come with a cup like this. Usually they just give you this for you to drink out of. Here they actually have silverware. I thought this was really cool. Now these aren't the best silverware, mind you. They're pretty flimsy. They just fold out and they have a little like retaining slide that goes up and stops it from coming undone. Korn, great band. And they all just fold out. There is a, oh, that broke. Oh, there we go, I fixed it. So there, you see it can come apart for easy cleaning, easy snap right back together. There's a spoon. It comes with a fork, a spoon, and a knife. Great set, absolutely great set. Like I said, it's just a little chintzy. It's kind of weird eating with them, but like I said, this is all just camping stuff. It's fairly lightweight. It's easy to pack in. It comes in a nice little bag to put in here so you don't have to dirty everything else up. If you get done eating it, wipe it off with your shirt, do whatever. So this is actually a camp stove. Absolutely a wonderful kit. I recommend going and checking it out. Again, link will be down below in the description. All right, keeping with the whole cookware, eating, drinking kind of theme right now after the cookware that we just saw, the next piece is something else that I like to have. Obviously, the cookware set that I just showed you, it comes with two technically, but this is specifically just a cup. It was about 15 bucks. It's stainless steel, GSI Outdoors. Again, I have had not this specific cup. I have another one hidden somewhere in my camping gear out in the garage. My garage is a mess. So I was only able to find this one. A lot cleaner than my other one. My other one has burn marks and dents and dings and stuff because I've had that for the same amount of time as I had that Wise Owl hammock. It treated me so fair that I went out and bought another one just so I could have it. Again, it's stainless steel. It hands up to the weather, the elements, wear and tear, destruction. I recommend these wholeheartedly. Not only just to have some more cookware, something to drink out of. It's nice to have options when you're camping. You can have something that's dedicated to coffee if you drink coffee, water, soup, and you don't have to just keep rinsing and washing and wasting water out of, like if you have a Sawyer kit for water filtration or something like that, you don't have to waste a trip down to go get more water. So I definitely recommend this cup. Like I said, it was about 15 bucks I think on Amazon. Again, everything will be linked down below. So shifting gears a little bit from eating to seeing. At nighttime, it obviously gets really dark in the woods. So being able to see what you're doing is absolutely pivotal. So this lantern is a Night Eyes. It's Niteize, Night Eyes lantern. It comes in this nice little stuff sack. It is super bright. On the directions it says to put it in the stuff sack, dims the light. And I'll shut the lights off here in a little bit and I'll give a little demonstration. But in this little stuff sack, it's a 400, I don't know if it's 400 lumens. It says 400L on there. I have had this thing the same amount of time that I have had that cup and that Wise Owl hammock. This thing has been through it all with me, and I think I've only changed the batteries like once. On the same kind of spectrum of light and seeing, not only having a lantern, but other form of portable light is absolutely a must. So this headlamp, I recommend a headlamp because it frees up your hands for doing other camp activities. If you are chopping wood, if you're doing anything like that, if you're trying to stoke the fire, go pee and not step on a branch and shove it through your foot, headlamps are the way to go. This one by Wowtac, I don't know how much they are. This was a gift from Aaron. Aaron and I like to spend a lot of money on each other, more than we do our significant others. But this little thing is absolutely powerful. It's got like 3 different power settings for the light. It is rechargeable. It's absolutely worth it. You can get replacement batteries pretty cheap online, I do know that. So I will kill the lights and I will show you just how powerful this little light is. Well, I made one fatal mistake in thinking about recording this. It's daytime. All right, one of the next things that I think is absolutely essential is obviously if you're trying to stay warm, you're gonna need to start a fire. If you're outside of fire season, obviously we don't want to try and burn our forest down. That's a whole nother topic that I'll go into about forestry and forest management that I think we could do better on, but that's probably a conversation for another video. So going into this, I think it is absolutely imperative to have some sort of cutting like utensil, whether that be axe, a saw, or anything like that. Right now I'm looking at a couple of different like hand saw kits. like chain, not like an actual chainsaw, like you start it up and go, but there's little, basically just a rope saw that you can just work back and forth to cut stuff. It takes a lot less time than say a hatchet to cut down little foliage and stuff that are killing all the big trees, and you save a lot more wood that way. With a hatchet you do waste a lot of wood because you have to cut in a very specific way, and maybe that's a topic for another video, is showing how to properly cut down trees and stuff. My family were loggers for years. I've been out in the woods for basically all my life, just haven't been camping out in it a whole lot. So this hatchet I've had for, this is one of my original pieces of equipment, with that outdoor cup, the hammock, and the cookware. I've had this for years. I've taken it on every camping trip, every hunting trip I've ever had. It's an Estwing, E-S-T-W-I-N-G hatchet. It's a 12-inch hatchet. I love this thing. It's great for, it's got the blunt side for either driving in stakes, in the ground, beating your enemies, and then it's also got the blade side. Obviously, it's an axe, it's a hatchet. It's kept its edge really, really well. I have not had any issues with this thing dulling, chipping, anything outside of that I couldn't work out with like a sharpening stone. It's been a good hatchet. For 60 bucks, again, it's a little on the pricey side, so it's something you can definitely get some of those little rope saws for, I think, like 20 bucks or so. But just the convenience of having a hatchet, you can do so much more with it. You can cut your kindling for your fire, you can do a lot of stuff with it, and obviously if you do come across an animal and you don't have any other form of protection, a hatchet is going to be better than nothing, or say a stick. At least you have some sort of sharp edge that can defend yourself against the wildlife if they do choose that you should be their next meal. So definitely check this out. Again, everything will be linked down below. For Amazon links, a lot of this stuff too you can probably find at your local outdoor shop, Sportsman's Warehouse, Cabela's, anything like that you could probably find there for either probably pretty cheap, or if not the exact same price minus some fuel, than having Daddy Bezos ship it right to your house. So I'd check them out. So starting to wrap up a little bit on the video here. Oh, big stretch, Dixie. Oh, big stretch, Daryl. Big ol' stretch. Again, if you guys like what you are seeing, please give a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if this type of stuff is what you would like to see. I would love to do some more reviews on camping gear. If you guys send me some camping gear that you would like me to review, just shoot me a message or leave me a comment saying, hey, I saw this, like I want to know how it is. I might have used it in the past and it's just not here because this is my normal setup, minus obviously the Eastil Outdoors double bug net hammock that I had just picked up at the end of camping season. So just let me know what you guys like to see. I'm looking to grow this channel and give you guys the content that you want to see. Thanks guys for watching. If you stuck with me throughout the end, if you guys see anything that you like here, please let me know. Obviously we're just, hey, can you stop? Hop up, come on Dax, let's go, come on, buddy. Woo! Woo! I will let you say your piece, okay? Thank you everybody for watching. Like I said, if you like what you see, please let me know. I'd like to continue this type of content. I just wanted to find out what you guys actually want to see. That's it. Thanks for watching.